Hi everyone, it is Lady Ray and I'm back with vlog number 16. I've been actually very cold lately. It's also been very windy, pushing over 10 miles per hour wind, and that's why you can see that I've got this particularly nice Afghan over me. My grandma knitted this for me, and it's nice and wonderful and warm. Thank you, Grandma. Okay, so what do I want to talk about today? Let's see. Okay, so I am a part of a contest being held by Morgue Official for creating a piece of work that represents a new world. And that contest was originally going to be ended and voted on by everybody part of the live stream last Thursday, but because Morg had received a bunch of emails up from different creators that 2 weeks is not typically enough for people to make really good creations, he went ahead and postponed it out to May 7th. I was looking that direction because my calendar's over there. Let's see. And now on, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, I ended up posting about on my Instagram and Twitter about saving my literature from DeviantArt to my laptop, which I got that all completed. I just never really uploaded anything because I was just so burned out. Didn't feel like doing anything other than just kind of vegetating. But yeah, I got that all done. I got it all saved. So I've got all my literature that I can access a lot more easily now. I do have on my Wattpad and Quotev, combination of two stories. The Quotev only has one uploaded, published, that I have not completed. And I've decided that I will go ahead and upload some of my other works for my readers or followers and readers to view while I try to work on building up the motivation to complete these stories, which one is As Sons on the Resistance and the other one is On the Rooftops. And speaking of Quotev and Wattpad, I know for a fact there's a variety of different audiences on both, but I was looking at my statistics on my published works on Quotev and my story Weather the Storm, which I have on Wattpad as well. That one has, on Wattpad it only has 3 views. Now on Quotev it's got over 100, it's got over 1,000 people that have read it and pushing 1,400, I think over that, views, which means a lot of people have gone back to reread it, which I find very touching because that story is like a very powerful, emotional story about wanting to commit suicide but then finding the willpower to change for the better, and it's a very heartwarming story, and I think a lot of people may have resonated with it. So that's really nice to see that I've had such an impact on people that they've come back to read it again. Let's see. What else? Okay, so I have in the past self-harmed. This is another dark topic, kind of like the way my story started before it ended, but I used to self-harm. I used to cut myself, and I became very much so afraid of knives, and there were periods when knives had to disappear from my line of vision because I was so afraid of them. Well, there's this one knife right here. It's a utility knife. I don't know what to call it, but I used to not be able to touch this. I used to not be able to get even close to it because it would spark memories that I did not want, or just emotions I did not want, and fear of self-harm and such. But I don't know, I think a part of it was just so intimidating looking to me, but it's not, it is a tool, and it has knives have been used for good and bad things across the entire spectrum. But me having a fear over a knife like this, it's irrational because I'm not going to be using it to cut myself. I would use it for opening boxes and say if I need a quick escape, which actually this particular knife, this little knob right here at the top up here, it's actually designed to break glass. So you just grab it and go like this to a window pane, say like you're trapped inside a vehicle, and it'll break the glass. And this spot right here, that's actually supposed to, it's designed so that you can cut a seatbelt with it. Just a quick kind of motion that you catch it and pull it, and it'll break the seatbelt, cut it. And it's also designed with these knobs right here and here so that you can easily, I can't do it with my left hand, I'm right-handed, so that you can easily, oops, it's not coming out on me. Okay, I guess not so easily. But really, you're supposed to like push it and it'll pop out on its own. But yeah, this knife, it's meant to be a tool, and it's not something I have to be afraid of. And no, this was not sponsored to share it. I'm just like sharing my story. But yeah, I used to not be able to touch this. So the other night, I saw it on the table, and I was wondering about the texture on this piece right here, and just wondering how it felt. And I recoiled from it then when I touched it, and I thought to myself, no, this fear is irrational. I do not need it. So I started handling it in my hand. And now I'm just playing with it in this video. So I really do not have as much of a fear of this as I did before. So that I'm absolutely grateful for, because knives and such, like even like cooking or knife like this to like carry on myself would be highly beneficial. Now, I'm not that good at cooking right now. I haven't really explored it a lot. I have explored it some, but not a lot. Something that I will explore in the future. But by overcoming this fear and putting it in the irrational fear bucket, it's put me in a step in that direction that will really help me. And speaking of those fears, I was afraid of death, but through Hyperionism and learning that we are eternal minds that just take on a vessel inside the holos, it's like alleviated that death is the end, which it really isn't. So anytime like a dead animal or a dead bug is there, or even somebody had died, like a person had died, I find comfort in the fact that they're going to be back one day. Somehow, some way, they will be back. So yeah, I'm not as afraid of death. I do not desire to have my lifetime ended anytime soon, though, because I do have a lot of things that I want to do. Probably a good portion of it I don't know at this point in time of what I want to do. But the top thing that I want to do is play my part in helping to evolve and enlighten humanity and bring about a good change in this world. So that's what I've got going there. And okay, I am still tired and lacking motivation. I have been continuing to struggle with eating well, is not having the energy to do things has put me in that spiral I believe I've spoken about in previous videos, where I don't eat, I don't have the energy, I can't do things as well. But yeah, I'm trying to work on it. I'm not working on it hard enough. That's a big thing, noticing that. So I really don't want to irritate you guys who have been following me into thinking that I'm just sitting here not doing anything intentionally. I've essentially been lazy, and I need to break my lazy habits, and I need to break the cycle that I'm in, but it's compounding on itself and making it more difficult to do anything about it. So we shall see how this goes. Okay, I just covered everything on my notes here. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Honestly, don't know. Oh well. I'm going to call that good for today. Go ahead. Of course, as always, in my description, I have links to the various websites that I am a part of. DeviantArt, of course, I am leaving indefinitely, as I spoke about in my previous video. And, well, if you want to check out my channel, go ahead and hit the button up here, and all my other vlogs that I've completed will be over here that you can go ahead and check out. And that's going to be it for today's vlog. Hope you all take care of yourselves in these trying times. Ad Astra, to the stars.